What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Hello?
Here we are. When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today. Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you might...
The instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait!
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps?
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Revelio. There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
A door?
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test? Revelio.
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor.
There must be something to that reflection you're seeing.
Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos. Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Look out!
Potato!
Accio! Discendo! Levioso! Deposo! Exposo! Deposo! Confuso! Levioso! Descendo! Deposo! Confrido! Levioso! Exposo! Confrido! Stay close!
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Professor? Professor Fig! Professor, where are you? This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere. Revelio. Lumos. Oh, that's where they're leading me. That glow again. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time. It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Watchers. Oh! Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to. Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough! Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit. But your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
A desire to learn? I do enjoy a good puzzle, and I believe I have a ready mind.
You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw. And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening. Better be Hufflepuff!
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you.
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff common room.
This is the entrance.
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room. Revelio. some introductions are in order.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Nevertheless, it is rather unusual. You must feel terribly out of place. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in the Ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Arthur's got
You don't need to be
It's all right.
frightened, little cat.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Revelio. Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right? Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon? If you don't mind, I'd prefer to just forget about it. Oh dear, it must have been bad. I mean, of course it was. I know I would have been terrified. Sorry. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day. Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle? Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about. Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you. Of course. And good luck.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts? Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique, especially as your...
OWLs?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level. After much... Here you are. is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what it says. Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might I think...
Can you tell me more?
Defense against a mastery of... Fortunately, we are lucky to have the...
You mentioned... Thank you, Professor.
A lot to absorb. Happily, your professor, judging by your adept
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague. My suspicion is that there's more...
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here.
Exploring ruins?
Oh?
Perfect.
I wouldn't say.
Very... Good luck today. Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended, and we'll see if we...
Revelio. It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. Did I hear you and...
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley... We don't know where this part... And she may feel obliged to share...
Understood, Professor.
Good. Happily, you... Speaking of... Why don't I show you the... The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a... You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. I shall reach out. For now, focus on your...
Revelia. Revelia.
Classic Roman tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here. Behind.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember... Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Excellent control there. Happens to the best of us. Very good. Splendid! Not to worry. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. There we go.
Excellent control there.
Watch this. That is how it's done. Well done. Be sharp. Phew. I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! There we go. Watch this. That is how it's done.
Very good.
Be sharp. Yes! Oh, that was an execution.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Took me weeks to become... Took weeks for me to get...
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagon. My mother received... Before I knew it...
Is Wagadu much?
Wagadu School of Magic is a lot, but it never seemed intimidating.
Is Wagadu a castle?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much. I remember the first time I saw it, and then it just materialized.
This may seem an...
Mostly, yes.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. I find wandless magic to be much more... I must admit, however.
It's nice to...
Thank you for asking. I think... Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio. A word if you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charm.
Well, no.
What charm? You did well.
Thank you, Professor.
Miss Ona...
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. Hope your first day's going.
Thank you, but...
My brother William would tell you. Well, better see...
I don't know what...
It's a goblin rebellion!
Rebellion.
The Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier. Good. Well done. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Must be your first.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do need Johnson. Don't roll my students with a step. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any a classroom duel.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise again. Well, all right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly. If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect...
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time, whether it's joining a seat, you just have to be...
Thank you, Sebastian.
Good. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? Look for Luke and Brattleby near the... Till next time.
Revelio.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim. Did you fancy a bowl? As long as we're only
Glad you could make it. It's just over there.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does cross one?
You show up. It's our way of determining... And...
Of course.
I agree. Besides, your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. So, care to step?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this.
Brilliant.
I shall. Again, hope to see you back here again.
Revelio.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your...
They did.
I heard as... Seems Professor I'd wager there's a...
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details.
That's correct, Professor.
Regardless, in that regard...
Professor Ronan...
In fact, Now, we've arranged to...
Thank you, Professor.
You've managed your classes well.
Can you tell me... I've never heard...
A spellcraft?
There's an Ollivanders.
There is. Mr.
There's an Ollivanders in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. Mr. Ollivan, I would trust...
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make... Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've no...
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is... She'll keep you well...
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best... Once you've finished Professor Ronan's... No time to waste. The soon...
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me,
Indeed I do. Fixes things right up.
Let's see.
More frequent. As professor, a number of your... I have arranged...
Why must I...
No lesson or such experience.
I'll start. Revelio. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere.
If only.
Revelio. Brilliant. Are you all right?
Don't you know who I...
Everyone...
Because Hogwarts, I wanted to make my gobstone color. Are you familiar with gob...
I haven't...
Only if you lose. People can... Imelda as well. And now those...
Oh, rather...
I'll say. Anyway, I don't think I know that...
Do you have...
If I knew that, whoever hid me...
Haven't you any...
Not really.
I'll see what I can...
I'd appreciate that. I'll be back to playing.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignment.
Marvelous. Let us give the... Remember to be...
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the outward part of the wall. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Oh, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio. Revelio.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder. Revelio. Revelio.
Don't you find it chilly in greenhouses? It always surprises me how cool it is.
Revelio. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my...
Hello, Zenobia. I've found all of your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
I'm afraid I've decided to keep them. That'll teach you to stink up your classmates.
What? You'd keep my prized collection for yourself?
Yes. Finders keepers, I'm afraid.
I knew it! You're just as bad as everyone else. I hate this school. You'll all be sorry when I learn some more spells.
Wish I could sneak. This cannot possibly be, is this?
Hello, Lenora.
What everyone thinks. If I know...
Have you gained...
I did discover...
Are there other...
Yes, a few. If I can work out...
If I have the time, I may look.
I've been... Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Revelio.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby. This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special? Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Revelio. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora.
Surely you jest.
You should have worked it out on your own.
You have nerve. Especially since I'm the one who told you about it in the first place. Imagine solving a riddle that I mentioned and then not telling me the answer. Practically competing with Imelda to see who's the more superior.
Still have a bump on my head.
I really have made a mess. Oh, yes, my arms get soaked, but I must have...
That sounds...
Thank you. I collect our meat. Perhaps you?
Why did our meat...
Oh, to be perfect, our meat spends a lot of time.
I suppose I...
Oh, I'd very... If you could collect...
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Revelio. What are you up to now? Revelio.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Revelio. Revelio.
I accidentally got
Lumos.
Revelio. Revelio.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Revelio.
Any luck finding my diary?
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
And you're not who I thought you to be. Based upon your diary, you seem terribly judgmental.
Fine. I shall pay you. But you cannot begin to imagine what I shall be writing about you next. Should never have trusted them.
Imagine.
Riddle that I mentioned, and they're not telling me the answer.
Revelio. nice to see you, my young friend.
I find it works quite well.
Hello.
Revelio.